Good evening and welcome to round 9 of the Vermilion Motorsports Sim Series here on a Saturday night. We've just came from, where were we last week? At Sandown, and we've travelled
Correct.
15,000 kilometres to Road Atlanta in Atlanta, Georgia. I'd like to introduce someone, fresh off his win in the V8 Supercars in the Stone Cold Championship around Pocono, I think it was. Big welcome to Connor Nixon.
Thank you, mate. I didn't think you knew about that one, but thank you.
My fingers on the pulse, mate.
Yeah, no, it was a good win. Yeah, it was good racing. Thanks to the boys for hosting that one. Yeah, we should get a couple of these boys into race. But talking about racing, you've already announced it. One of the best tracks in America, by far.
Yeah, my favourite.
Big flowy track. And I'm sure you're gonna show our lovely track map of this week. Road Atlanta, it's such a gorgeous looking track. Such a great track to drive as well. And here we go, round 9 of Vermilion Motorsports. Road Atlanta. Let's go and have a quick look at it.
Yeah, so we're in the US. We're back over to that East Coast again. We keep coming back here. We're jet lagged as hell, I can tell you,
Right?
after weeks and weeks and weeks of going around the world. So this track is clockwise. I mean, that's something about it. It's 4 kilometers long. Yeah, it's 4 kilometers long, and I can tell you it's gorgeous. Like the trees and everything around it, the blind corners, the entries that you come in, like the pit entry is absolutely blind as well. It's just one of those racetracks that you just can't get enough of when you're racing it. So
It reminds me a lot of Alton Park, just the
yep.
views and the scenery. It just very similar.
I mean,
But,
you've got heaps of passing opportunities here as well. I think the whole track, there's passing opportunities like 1, 3, 6, 7, 10, 12. The whole track is got a passing opportunity. So I can't wait for tonight. It's going to be good. And talking about that unsighted pit entry, the feature race is going to be interesting. Watching people do that. So
definitely.
all right, let's see who's out there and what liveries people are running tonight. Who should we jump on board with tonight to start off with? So Sean Linsell's jumped back in. He's here tonight in the Logitech livery. He was absent last week. No, was he there last week? No, he's there.
There he's there.
Yeah, he was racing Matt Brunt in an absolute. We couldn't keep our eyes off it last week. So.
Yep.
Speaking of, that's him behind it. Was that Kokoschki behind that? Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Steve Kokoschki in the Synergy Sim Racing. So got to get that name right. But coming down the hill now and talking about passing opportunities. Let's see if Steve goes for it, but he doesn't. He's going to stick behind Sean for that.
He gave him the nose just a little bit there, but only practice. They're probably just doing some laps together to see where they're going to all shake out. Here's that pit entry I was talking about. That's pretty brave what he's just done there. He's practicing.
Oh, there's Steve.
That's Steve behind him. Just practice. Yeah, that's good to practice for this for the feature race because race can be won and lost there. So who else is on track? Bruce Keys. He's been turning up lately and showing off the new colours and he's been sneaking up. He's got the pace. He's just yet to get a great result yet. So that's probably on the cards.
Yeah, it definitely is. He's been one of those drivers that we just keep saying over and over, just improving through the season has progressed, and he's definitely one of those drivers. Up in the P3 right now, really fast lap time.
Quick laps. I was going to say a 1:35 is probably a good lap around here, and they're already on the pace. So we got nearly the whole grid here is near or close enough to the 1:35, high 1:35. So.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, we did some laps with Ben Miles, and he did a 35.2. So he definitely, very fast lap time.
Well, so he's playing coy because he's not even in the server yet, so he might be coming in late. Yeah,
oh, there he is.
Oh, he's just jumped out there, just disconnected there. So, so that's Bruce Keys. We got Curtis Bird. He's out there in the Whitey's Pies livery. Looking fantastic.
Beautiful livery.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome.
I'm still waiting for my pie from them, but yeah.
It'll come in the mail. Yeah.
I know. Not gonna lie. Before the Bird, I think everyone knows the theme song to Mr. Bird himself.
No, we're not going to even go there. All right, we're not going to do it. We're not going to take our viewers down that way. Scotty Halves, Scott Two Halves. He's been in a couple of races. We saw he was put straight into the pros. He hasn't shown his true colours yet. I know he's quick. And he's in at the 135s as well. So they're our top 5 at the moment. Let's try and find our amateur guys. So let's go down to Chris Bleakley in the amateurs. Oh, that's a great shot coming down the hill there.
Pots and pans are working
yeah,
tonight.
oh mate, I'm all over it, mate. I am all over it. So yeah, Chris Bleakley, he's up there in the championship. Is he P2 in the amateurs? He might be P3 in the amateurs.
I think he's dropped back
Dropped
from
back?
a bit because I think he's missed a couple of rounds. He missed Sandown, and I think
He did
Alton
too.
might have been one of them.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, pace, look out for him. He'll be pushing his way up the front. Who else we got down here? Oh, here talking about Ben's in the only Ben's liveries. There's Hambrook in the pits, probably waiting for Ben Miles to join in to go for a couple of laps. Russell Paul, a resident AL expert on track. Look at that,
Mr. Hooters.
Mr. Hooters himself, and the man with 2 first names.
I think I saw him in a race the other day, and the name just popped out because of Mr. Hooters. We've been calling him all since the day dot, and I think he's been the mascot of Vermilion, because when you see that livery, it's like Mr. Hooters.
Yeah,
we've spot you.
Yeah, the orange and white livery just looks sensational. Daniel Velicott, he's new. He's teammates with. Oh, this will test me. Oliver Patterson, is it? OP? Yeah, he's teammates with OP. So OP's in the pros, but Daniel Velicott's in the amateurs, and he's been showing a lot of promise. I'm pretty sure he was part of a massive shunt in the second race at Sandown. He couldn't find first gear, so everyone hasn't watched that. Look at race 8. That was pretty full on. So
that was so unfortunate. Though. You look at that crash and you just go, "Oh, that would have hurt."
Yeah, that would have hurt. And it was that. No, he's.
Oh,
yeah, that's lawn mowing. Will he find the fence? No, he's kept off the fence. Well done. David Atkinson's out there. He's always flying below the radar. Always, and he's just collecting points every round. So, speaking of collecting points, I don't see our amateur championship leader in here. No, he's not. That's interesting.
Something has came up, maybe.
Maybe. We'll keep an eye out. He might jump into the chat shortly. Dale Lube is out there in the. He's going to be slipping and sliding out there. He's just going out on track. I think he's learning it as he goes here at the moment. I haven't seen him in any practice sessions, so this is not a track you want to just go out to blind, I can tell you.
Oh, definitely. I did that the other night. Oh, and there it goes. Oh, is he going to hit the wall? Yep, there it goes. Yep. I was, like I said, with the practice, I did some laps myself, and I didn't think I went down to a 35.7. And oh my god, it's such a hard track to just get your head wrapped around it. You know, I've driven F3s around here, and they've been great fun. But trying it in a car that's got bugger all horsepower, it's a hard track.
If you don't get turn 7 right to go down that really long back straight.
Oh.
What's going on here? That's
parking up.
He's just parked up. We'll jump on. Orlando Black is coming out. Scotty Halves is out there. Bleakley, Matthew Brunt is out of track. We'll keep an eye on him. So yeah, I was just talking about turn 7. So he's coming? That's turn 6. No, that's the coming down onto the start finish straight. But yeah, turn 7 at the back of the track. If you don't get that right, you can lose a lot of time down that back straight. 200 kilometers an hour is your top speed down there, and if you don't hit that, you're going to be just going backwards.
And while we're on Matty Brunt, he had such a successful run at Sandown. He's been very successful just in general recently. He's been doing a lot of 86 driving. He's got a lot of wins and podiums at Zandvoort. They've been the official series has been there all week. And yeah, he's been very successful, so I really want to see him do well here tonight. He's just been very successful in all his racing.
Yeah, that race he had with Sean Linsell last week was he was pushing. Sean was pushing. It was just like I said, we couldn't keep the camera off him. Yeah, it was just great racing, and fair racing too. So
I think
Look
that's
out for
what we
those
need to
guys.
see.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we'd love to see, and that's what we need at for Melbourne Motorsport is just clean racing. Love to see it. And
That's
there's
one of the. That's
Ben.
Which Ben was that? Mr.
Mr.
Hambrook.
Hambrook.
Mr. Hambrook, yes, and he's got a Porsche. He's got Tom Brown out there in the Porsche. Oh, no, is Ben Faulkner, which is running the series, which should be in there, getting everything ready for the race. Is just thought, bugger it, I'll go out for a bit of a spin in the Porsche, in their Dr. Epoxy safety car.
Talking about Dr. Epoxy, thank you to him for sponsoring the series. Done all our trophies and everything else, and great sponsor to work with, which is Matty Brun. So thank you, Dr. Epoxy. Car looks great.
Yeah, car looks fantastic. So who else has jumped in here? Matthew Brunt just did a 136.2, and I know he's quicker than that. Orlando Black, is he out of the pits? No, he's not. Oh,
no.
He's running the Vermilion Motorsport colours. Looks very nice.
Sean Doyle.
Oh, Mr. Doyle.
He's coming around the last corner now in the bright Aussie car.
There he is. I wonder. I don't know who's. I haven't even looked at. You know what? I haven't even looked at the chat. No one's in. No one's in chat at the moment. That's weird. Oh, as I say that, Ben Knopfling just strapped in for a good night racing. Bring it on. Welcome, Ben. It's always good to have you in here. This track, if you don't know, is special. It really is special. The S's that Sean Doyle's on now, that is so great to drive on. Getting your braking marker up here into turn 6. Yeah, it's actually, we'll jump on board it with him right now to show you a lap. What have we got? We got 5 minutes left. Let's jump on the over his shoulder. So that's turn 6. This is turn 7. Important to get this right. Get on the gas hard. Don't let the car don't lose the rear, because you got a very, very, very long straight down here. So
it's almost like in this car. It's like you're almost at Le Mans in this car. It's just so long. It's such a long straight that you almost sit there and have a drink and.
Well, I think the guys will be doing that because the rest of the track is pretty chaotic. You'd want to just have a bit of a breather. But if you don't get that turn 7 right, you'll be hanging on because you don't want to let anyone pass you down the inside here.
Talking about getting something right, hard on the brakes. Go up this hill, you got to use all the little power, the 1.5 litre, the little engine up the hill. Now straight back down, use all the curb, run it all the way to the right. I'm almost getting motion sickness from that. Keep the foot flat across the line. Now, this is the hardest corner of the whole track because you've got no downforce on these cars. Car loves to wickle through this corner. Look at the steering wheel. Back and forth, soaring on the steering wheel. Up the hill.
Turn 3 here is blind. Absolutely blind here, turn 3. You just got to tip it in and hope it turns. And then, and that'll... Sean Doyle, classic. You know, if Donna was on here, she would have a go at me for having an on-board shot with him just then.
I'm sure she will at the night.
Look what Ben Miles just did. Ben Miles has gone out there in the amateurs, just done a 135.2.
Yep, and that's what I was talking about. He's been doing a lot of practice. He's actually got a new offer, which we will say eventually, but he has got a new offer, so well on him.
Yeah, good on him.
So yeah,
I'm sure the guys at the Game Vacuum will be watching today. I'll see if they're in the chat a bit later. And there it is. That livery looks awesome. I love it.
Back down the hill. It's just one of these tracks that I feel bad for the drivers. If you had a bit of motion under your seat or a motion rig,
you turn it off.
You would want to turn this off. Just up and down, up and down. It'd be terrible. Because these cars roll quite a bit too. They don't weigh much, but the suspension is like it's like. I don't know.
It's very stiff. Like just there, you saw him coming through turn 3, and the car wants to bounce. There's no pace in that, so you really need to pick what curbs you want to go over. So I've got the blimp following Ben now. Oh, that's a good entry into.
What a line!
Yeah, that's excellent. That was into over to the S's into turn 5. Come down here into turn 6. Braking marker about your 100-meter board. Hit the apex. Yeah, he's on it. He's on the pace tonight. Watch out, everyone.
Yeah, it might not be Linsell tonight. Might be Mr. Ben Miles.
I don't know. Linsell always keeps some cards up his sleeves. I know. So, yeah, we'll watch what happens there. It's going to be an interesting night. So we got 2 minutes left in in practice. We're going to go into quali.
Wow.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed something, and it was the time, but
Yep.
also Steve Kokoschki is in P2,
Yeah,
and
he's done
Scotty
a.
Hart in P3.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, they've pushed. Yeah, everyone's getting into those 135. So tonight we're just going to finish off our practice. We're going to go into our 15-minute qualifying, then straight into our sprint race for 15 laps. Got a bit of an announcement to make after that, which you probably don't know about, Connor.
Probably
But
not.
no, it's all right. It'll be for everyone, that one, and then go into the feature race, which is going to be 30 laps. I haven't done much fuel working out for this round because I couldn't work it out because I'm not good with the. I'd only had 10 fingers. I had to take my shoes off to find out how many laps you get. So I'd imagine you'd get 17 laps. I reckon you get 17 laps out of the tank. So we'll see how that plays. And like normal, we'll have a chin wag at the end and with our winners. So
Typical. Yeah. I was gonna say it's I think it's about that 2 litre mark. It's not too much, because I remember doing the laps and I do remember 2, and I think it was 2 litres. So
you reckon
I think
2
it's
litres?
about 2.8.
Okay. Well, if Benny comes in, we'll have a chat while they're racing, so no one sort of listens in. So, so what do we got? We got a minute left. So Ben Miles, we might jump on board with him straight away for his outlap in the qualifying. And in the amateurs, he is the amateur. Wow, I don't think Ben Miles is going to be an amateur for too much longer if he's going to be having results like this. I know it's only practice, but he might have gone a little bit early there to show what his true colours are there with the 135.2, and that's rapid. I went out there and did some laps, and I did a 135.7, and I thought I was lightning fast. So I wasn't even coming over the hill when he was finishing his lap. So yeah.
Talking about Mr. Ben Faulkner himself, he's in the chat.
Oh, g'day, Ben.
Hello, boys. How are you doing?
Terrific.
Good, mate.
Tell us before they jump in. Fuel economy.
Well, firstly, I think you made an oopsie. It's for Atlanta, not a Sandown, Mr. Overstall.
Oh, did I call this Sandown? Well,
No, you didn't update the round information, mate.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's
Oh,
11
that
laps.
map that I just put up there, was it? Did I put up a map that was Sandown? I apologise. It shows how much attention that I take to what happens out there. I apologise, everyone. But hey, the what's going to unfold is the same. So between the timing of things. So we're going to go jump straight into qualifying now. Like I said, I wanted to keep an eye on a few guys in particular. Sean Linsell's jumped straight out of the pits.
What's I was going to ask Ben another question, but bye Ben.
Yeah, see Ben. He's got to go into race control now. So they come out of the pits now.
There they come. Linsell straight out of the pits, no messing around.
So he's come out was that Matty behind? Oh no, that's Steve Kokoschki behind him, and then Ben Miles in behind him. So it's probably a good little train of cars at the moment for those guys to do some laps. Who else is on track? We got. What we should mention is you need space. I mean, it's nice to have a toe down the back straight, but it's not nice to be held up through the S's or into any of these turns, to be honest. So finding track position is going to be big.
Yeah, I think the perfect run would be obviously just getting pulled down the straight and then getting out of the way through the corners. But
100%.
We all know that doesn't happen. I think your best chance would actually be to have no toe and just see what happens, really, because they're all spaced out this week. They're not really close up like we've seen at Sandown.
Yeah. Well, in saying that, let's look out for the guys with teammates here, because Ben Miles and in the only Ben's with who's the other Ben? Ben Hambrook. Yeah, have they gone out together? Let's just have a quick look. No, they haven't gone out together. But don't be surprised if Ben Hambrook sacrifices a lap here to give him a toe down the back straight and maybe get out of the way. Sean Linsell is out there by himself. He's going to be a lone warrior, but he's got the pace to do that anyway. So here we go. Let's jump on board with Sean Linsell now. Oh no! What have I done to him?
Oh, he's off the road.
Yeah. I've absolutely put the mockers on him. Watch his entry. Watch his entry. Oh, he's fine. He's got a bit of a gap there. So let's. Who else is out there? We got. Is Sean Doyle doing a lap? No, he's not doing a lap yet. He's on his out lap. Ben Miles. So this is a lap. Let's jump over the shoulder with him. So that was just through turn 5. That's... Oh, he's got out of the way. Well done, Kokoschki. Coming into turn 6, find your braking markers, tip it in. He's just missed that apex just by about a car width. Will he hit this? Yeah, I don't think he's absolutely on it at the moment, so he might be just using the fuel. We'll stay on board anyway, see what he can do. He's will be our first one across the start-finish line for a lap.
I was just going to point something out here for all the ladies and gentlemen. On the back of Ben's car, I don't know if anyone's spotted it. I've spotted it over the series, but it's got an L plate on the back.
Yes, it does.
I
thought you were going to mention something else there, which I won't show, but yeah, the L plate.
Yeah, yep. I think there's something else there that I should mention, but there is an L plate on the back, so I don't think he needs an L plate this week. I think he needs more of a P plate.
Yeah, no, I think he's on his opens, mate. No plates on the back of this thing. So he's just going across the line. He's just done a 1:35.6. That's catapulted him right up to the front. Let's see who else is out on track. Oh, that's Scotty Harves. He didn't do that by halves. Wow, he's gone straight in there. Sean Linsell's back on track. Now he's on a lap right now. So I want to see what he does in his lap. He's got a lot of traffic. So this is into turn 3. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, is he going to have room? Oh, that was Kokoschki. That's nearly just put the rear straight into him.
Yeah, that was that could have been a mix between a Logitech car and a Sydney car.
That's one of the I don't know if that was OP just then or
that was Handbrook.
That was Handbrook. No, behind there that was
yeah, that was
one
Handbrook.
of the crane. Okay, then one of the crane drivers. Yeah. So now
he's gonna get the tow.
He's only Lube's only give him the tow here, or he might just get out of the way. No, Lube's got out of the way.
He's going to get the side draft either way, and that's going to give him an advantage. And it looks like a Vermilion car's behind him too.
Yeah,
that's Mr. Fritz himself.
Oh, it's Fritz?
Yeah, it is Fritz.
Everyone's been talking. That's Sandown, Mr. Okay. Ben Knockling's just said he can't wait for the Sandown Enduro later this year. He's talking about the supercars.
Oh yes, that would be good. Sim and real life, by the way, for me.
Yeah,
yes,
for sure. So let's see what Sean goes across the line here with. That was an eventful lap, but had a lot of going. He just did a 1:35.4, so that's catapulting right to the front. 9 minutes to go. I think he's going to be safe up there in the top 5 at least, but we'll see what people can do.
That was side draft too. It wasn't even a full-blown draft.
No, it was no draft. And who was that behind him? That was Fitzroy behind him, and he did a 1:35.6, so he got the benefit out of that. Bruce Key, who was behind them as well. Oh, Bruce Keys is going to get a really nice draft behind the man with 2 first names, Russell Paul. But again, having the who was that just re-entering?
That was Daniel.
That was Daniel Bellicott. So who else is Donna? Looking forward to some good racing and viewing from Donna. Ben's had to go at me for putting the Sandown thing up because pots and pans weren't all in unison. What else has Ben said here? Quali could be funky here. So many tough corners. Yeah, it's tough racing, qualifying, practicing anything on this track. It's just tough. Yeah. So I'll try and keep up with the chat here, boys. Colleen said, well done to Ben Miles. So the Ben Miles fan club's already out and going. So who hasn't done a lap here? Steve Kokoschki, and we've seen him all over the track.
David Atkinson.
Sean Doyle hasn't done a lap either. For you, Donna, I'll jump on board with Sean Doyle when we've got about 5 minutes left to go. I'll let him do a lap first because every time I jump on board with him, he crashes. I hope you've had a chat to him about that. Scotty Harves, Hambrook hasn't done a lap. There's Matty Brunt. He's gone straight to P4 on a 1:35.9.
I was just going to mention that. Yeah, like I said, with all the all the good things he's been doing recently. I'm not surprised he's up there. So he's up into P4. Bruce Keys has just jumped up to P5. Orlando P6. He's been improving his craft and everything recently. Well done to Orlando. And he's off the track.
Orlando's off the. Oh, was he off the track? Was he?
Yeah.
Steve Kikoshi just did a lap. He did a one. Oh yeah, we saw that 1:35.9. Now we've got 7 minutes left. Is it too early? He's just come across the line. Here's Sean Doyle. Okay, let's watch this. This should be interesting. So coming up out of turn 1 into turn 2, turn 3, over the hill.
What a great shot that is. There he is. Up the hill.
Up the hill.
Now he's going to use all the curb on exit. There it is. Went near our timing board.
Yes, sorry about that. I might get rid of it for the. We'll see. The next time we're on an on-board shot, I might get rid of that qualifying stand for a bit.
Talking about timing, Matthew Brun and Steve Kikoshi, which are teammates, they've done the exact same lap time.
Yeah, they did too. A 1:35.954. Wow. Oh, 9:53 it says on here. My time it says yeah, but it's exact. On the knock-up, so to speak.
Yeah. Well done. Ben Miles is still in, still not up in P1 yet, so I wonder if he's got more in the bank. And Sean Linsell just done a 30.
Oh, 35.1. That's the quickest we've seen of this session. So, that's quick actually. Wow.
That's lightning.
Yeah. Honestly, I said that. I said Sean Linsell has got something up his sleeve, and he always does. So, now
pulls it out of nowhere.
Sean has come across the line. That was a 1:36.1, so that's putting him up into the top 10. We've got about 17 drivers here tonight, so not a small field. So you want to be track position at the start of this. It is a rolling start, by the way, if you didn't know. Connor?
Yes, I did see that actually. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens there. Definitely coming into turn 1, being such a fast corner. Be interesting to see if everyone can get their car stopped and turned in. That is the most Aussie livery I've seen.
Yeah, it is. I've just, yeah. Okay, so who else we got out here? I'll jump on board. Scotty Harves has done a 1:35.5, and it looks like he's going to, with only 4 minutes left. So he doesn't really need to improve. He might have just backed out of there. It's hard to tell.
It's crazy how the times are actually working right now. From Fritz,
he loves that. He loves Fritz, doesn't he? Yep.
Oh, we've all been using it. From P3 to Ben Miles, it's half a tenth, not even quarter of a tenth, maybe.
a quarter of a tenth. I like that.
Yeah.
I like
Let's just call it that. That's I reckon that's fitting. So we'll use that. There's absolute bugger all in it. I feel like the guys are just getting closer and closer each week. They've all just been improving. So well done to all of them. So it looks like our freaks of nature, like Sean Linsell, has done a 35.1.
Yep.
And in P2 we've got Scotty Harves.
Scotty Harves. I was just following him around just then. Then you got the teammates, Fitzroy and Steve Kikoski. Oh well, hang on. Is Steve his teammate? No.
No. That's
I'm
Steve's. Yeah.
too many cars on track. But what's interesting is Ben Miles. We saw him in. I think he's setting himself up for a lap here now. We saw him in practice do a 1:35.2, and then he followed up with a 1:35.3, 1:35.4. So we know he can do a lap. Because Curtis Bird in the amateurs, as in the Whitey's Pies livery, has got him nailed by 2 thousandths of a second. So
close, stupid close almost.
Yeah, Where's my mate Lube? He's gone back to the pits. I was just on a. I thought he was on a lap just then. I was looking at his sector time. He did a good sector 1, and then no other sectors with a bit of a burnout to get out of the pits. Chris Bleakley, we know he's quick. He's down the order. He's in P13, trying to find a lap. After this, he'll probably only have one more shot at it. With we'll keep an eye on that timing screen. Once it gets to 1 minute 35, we'll see where people are. If they're crossing the line, then they've got a shot. So. It's a long straight, isn't it? Far out.
It's very long straight. Very, very, very long straight. Stupid long, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it's 4 kilometres this whole track, and I reckon it's 2 kilometres straight.
I reckon you're on the money there. I reckon.
They're going down there for a long, long time. It should be interesting on the opening lap. So, he's just coming over the hill now. I'll jump on board with him. Coming down the hill into turn 12. Oh, he's sacrificed it a little bit. That is a 136.5? Oh, I don't think it counted. He must have had an off track. Yeah, he hasn't carried too much speed up that hill. So who's making some progress at the moment? I'm looking at sector times right now. So there we go, 1 minute 24. So I reckon that lap that Chris Bleakley's on now, he might be able to get that in. Daniel Velikov behind him will probably get that in. The guys up in front of him, who's that in front of Chris Bleakley?
Yeah,
oh
right
no, oh no, he's let him go. He's let him go.
I don't mind those white wheels on the orange car.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. It looks really cool.
Brand new livery. I was talking to the OP himself, and yeah, they got some new sponsors on the car. 2 of them actually. So well done to them. The Crane Crew. I've nicknamed them now.
The Crane Crew. Yep. So I'm just keeping an eye on him here because we got 38 seconds left. He'll just get across the line, and I think he'll be our last to get across the line. Sean Dawes got himself up into P7. Who's dropped out of the top 4 there? Oh, no one's dropped out of it. Oh no, he's thrown it away. He's thrown it away into 10A. Sean Doyle in the pits. Matthew Brunt. He's got 11 seconds. 9 seconds coming over the hill. Let's see if he can get across. 4 seconds. It'll go. Time certain.
Oh.
Will he get across? Oh, that must have been close. Did it count? It's a 136 flat, and it didn't progress him at all. So, that's qualifying done, ladies and gentlemen. Did you want to go through the standings?
Might as well, mate. While they're sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
So, shock horrors. Sean Linsell. I don't know what came out of my mouth there. P1. Well done to him. 35.1. That's a cracking lap. 4/10 faster than Scotty Harves. Well done to him. I think that's his first pole. So well done to him. Not pole.
Yeah, starting grid.
Podium for qualifying. Yeah.
Yep.
Fritz, our favourite little man in P3, so well done to Fritz. Steve Kokoschki in P4, Kurt the Birdman P5, Ben Miles, well done to him in the Only Bands P6 in our amateurs. He's actually P2 in amateurs.
Yeah, which is surprising when we saw the pace he had in practice. So yeah.
Sean Doyle in P7, Bruce Keys in P8, Matthew Brunt P9, Oliver Pattinson, the OP, he is in P10, Oliver Black in P11, Dale Loop P12, David Atkinson P13, flying under the radar.
Yeah, he always does. He's going to get the bag full of points here. Yep. P14,
Christopher Blakely, Daniel, OP's favourite teammate, right in P15, Russell Paul, our favourite little Mr. Hooters, P16, and Mr. Ben Hambrook as P17.
Yeah, he's
lucky
last there. Don has just said good qualifying to Sean and good luck for him. Yeah, not bad qualifying up in P7. So hopefully he's practiced. He should be able to get a nice. If they get a clean start, it should be interesting. We are under safety car. Whereabouts are we on the track right now? Let's. I should bring up the We are... Oh, okay, so we're going to come down into turn 10, A and B, turn 11, down the hill, turn 12, and get this party started.
Get it started, and we're actually on that back straight, the 2K straight we're gonna call
Yeah,
it.
and that's that little kink at the back there. They call that turn 9 actually around there, and then you come down into turn 10. So there's some turns on this track that there's some turns on this track that don't, like turn 8 and turn 9 are flat. The rest do score. So I think we're about to get going. Just looking now. So 10 lap. It does say 11 laps on here. Oh, because we've got a behind a safety car. So
Yeah. I tell you what, with no downforce going down that straight, you'd be holding on for dear life, trying to stop the car and trying to get around turn 9. That would be a bit scary.
Oh, for sure.
And we're pulling away. Sean Linsell, 4/10 faster. P2. He's just going to roll along in his little Logitech car. We've been seeing P1 after P1 after P1. And he's definitely got a very comfortable lead. He can pretty much show up.
I think he can... oh, well, they've...
Oh, did they go?
Yeah, Sean's just taken off. He's got himself...
And he's gone!
He's gone, and see you later, checking out. So it looks like... who's at in P4 at the moment? He's going to have the nice inside line into...
That's Kokoschki.
Oh, and he's been covered. He's been covered.
And look at this, someone around the outside. What an absolute run. Let's see if he can hold it. The tree's blocked our way.
Yeah, no, I had to get off that camera.
Yeah, Fritz Ballman just absolutely doing a really good job there in P2. So he's overtaken Scotty Harves. Look at this, curb shot. Dr. Proxy up the hill. 617 drivers up the hill. Mr. Hooters. And Ben Hambrook just lucky last. Steve Kokoschki's moved up, so it looks like Scotty Harves has absolutely been monstered by all these boys up the front. Around the turn 7, now up to the 2K straight.
The 2K straight, I like that.
Yeah. Oh, and someone's spun in the background.
Yeah, who was that? That was Chris Bleakley, I think. Yeah, that was Chris.
Yeah,
He didn't have a great start. He was already at the back of the grid there, so he's just had a bit of a nudge with someone at the back there.
Bit of an oopsie.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, bit of an oopsie for sure.
Look at it. Look how long it is. It must feel like Le Mans. And it actually looks like an overtake. There's 3 wide.
Yeah, so that's... He'll have the ins... Oh, he's turned him around. I'll get up the front there. That's Steve Kokoschki.
Kokoschki around.
Oh, a big contact between them. Let's have a look, shall we? That's Steve's was going to have a really good run there. Let's have a look. So coming down into turn 10. Oh, late under the braking from... Oh, and he's given him a nudge there. And a bit of netcode if you ask me. And then he's just become a passenger. Oh, a lot of people had to go wide. Oh, and that was Bruce Keys. Bruce Keys had to take some evading action and ran into him anyway. So that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, Ben Northling carnage. Yep.
I would actually, because Steve done such a dive, he just couldn't give.
He couldn't pull it up hard enough, and he's made wheel-to-wheel contact, and I think a little bit of netcode going into 10A has caused that as well. So here's Ben Miles. He's gone down. Yeah, he's in P7, so he's just lost a position, but it might have been in that. I'm pretty sure he was one of the cars that had to go out into grass. So.
Basic move. Look at that. Huge train. And
yes, huge train. We're back on it. So Steve Kokoschki, I think he's gone into the pits after that. He's down 13 positions. So the guy that's made heaps of positions is Matthew Brunt. He started in P9. He's up into P3. We're about to have a Linsell Brunt battle again. Yeah.
that is a netcode between cars 851 and 554.
Oh, is that what's been said?
Yeah, that's what's been said. So netcode. So
it was like on that vision that we saw, there was space, and unfortunately, iRacing has said no, there wasn't any space. Oh, that's a big dive from Fitz.
Oh, just kissed Brunt too. That's gonna. Oh, I'm sure Brunt's gonna be a bit upset with that because I'm sure they've lost a bit of slipstream now. Oh no, they're still there.
They're still in it. It looks like no, but he's Matthew Brunt is 1.3 seconds off Scotty Harp, so he's got a little bit of work to do to catch these two. If Sean Linsell and Scotty, I might just jump on board with Scotty right now because he's chasing him.
I tell you what, Scotty must have made a lot of practice.
Yeah, I think he's had. Oh, come on, don't be like that. He's a quality driver. He's got 2 halves.
And it looks like now he's just top of the field now, and he's definitely holding on to Sean Linsell.
So I'll call this out. So that's 0.6 going on to the straight here. He's already pulled it into 0.59, and it's just evaporating. So that's that long straight. So down to 0.55.
I think Matty Brunt just called something in. Did he call something in? No, I think it was just a bit of voice comms.
So that straight, 2/10. He just made up to him on the straight.
Wow.
So yeah, and then poor Fitz. Oh, hang on. Matthew Brunt is having an absolute monster battle with with Fitzroy. Oh, Fitzroy. I'm so sorry, Fitzroy. I didn't mean to call you that. It's Fritz. Orange and black liveries, Brendan Nothling saying. So yes, I will jump onto some orange and black liveries. Don't you worry about that.
And it looks like Mr. Bird, right behind Fritz, is going to give him a bit of a hurry up to get right back up to Brunt. The AM driver, Mr. Whitey's Pie, is right behind him, kissing him along. It looks like Fritz has just gapped him there a little bit. So coming back down the hill, up and down, up and down.
Oh yeah, that's a bit of motion sickness for everyone watching. I'm sorry. Through the roller coaster.
I felt a bit sick myself. That's soup too. So, anyway.
No, don't have soup before commentating. Far out.
I know. Bad call.
Okay, so let's go through this. So let's go through the field here. Let's find our amateurs. So Curtis Bird, which is here, following Fitzroy, is our first in our amateurs. Ben Miles, started 6, is still in P6. He'll find a groove. We're already 4 laps in, so only 6 laps to go. Oliver Patterson. The reason I wanted to get to that is because orange and black liveries for certain people watching. Let's see if I can get a better shot at this for you, Ben. Well, I think he's going to be under. We'll stay on board with this because Bruce Keys might have a dig.
It looks like he's going to get the wide run. And he just it didn't look like he got much of an advantage of that. He's going to pull out and make the dive. No, he's just going to stay there.
I think more to the point, Ben Miles is sort of. Oh no!
Is that Mr. OP?
That was OP. That was OP.
Has he made it?
He's gone back onto the track. He's lost a position, but.
Well done for hanging on to that one.
That's exactly what he did.
Well done. I'm sure a few things came out of his bottom there. That was.
They weren't orange. They weren't orange and black either.
There's his teammate there, right behind him. And,
so Russell Paul and his fellow racers, all racing for P9 here. David Atkinson's holding up a. Gee whiz! What is it? 6 drivers there? 5 drivers? I don't think he's holding them up. I think David Atkinson's got him covered.
Yeah, there's about 5, 6 in the background.
So that's on board with Dale Lube, looking forward into our resident owl expert, the man with 2 first names, Russell Paul, in the amateurs. So this is an amateur battle right here for 3rd. So we've got David Atkinson, Russell Paul, Dale Lube, and you could throw Daniel Vallicott in there. This is a race for P3. That is a big dive. Oh, gee whiz.
Mr. Underrater is just backed out of that. And,
so he's lost that position. Russell Paul's gone into 3rd in the amateurs right there. Great move.
That was a really good move. We saw it before with Linsell and Steve, and they weren't too successful with that, but it looks like Russell's just pulled it up. See you later, lads. I'm out of here.
Toodaloo, boys.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben
I'm
often
sure-
thinks it's going to end in tears. No, it's not, mate. These guys know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
it's just-
let's get back to Daniel Velicott there. He's got Orlando Black, which is surprising to have Orlando Black so far back in the Vermilion Motorsport entry. Let's. That's a great shot.
Goes off the new livery, lovely. Absolutely lovely. And there goes one
That's
of the
Chris
1-9 drivers up
Blakely.
there.
Yeah, Chris Blakely's
Yeah.
having a. Oh,
Oh,
he's gone off the
Orlando
road. Orlando's gone.
no, he's still there. I think he's just letting go there.
No, he missed his braking marker there and missed the apex by about 15 kilometres. Just before the 2 kilometre straight.
Yeah. Talking about other battles too.
Oh, look, just quickly, Jetty Spaghetti has entered the chat. Good evening, Jet.
Oh,
Go on, Connor, sorry. Oh, look at this. Look at
oh,
this into
up
turn
the
10.
inside, it's the lube's up the inside. And-
Slippery. Oh, is that Ben? Is that Ben Miles? That's Ben Miles.
It looks like it. Yes, indeed, it is.
So the battle for P...
Oh,
This is a
Lube
battle for
in the
P2
middle.
now. This is a battle for P2. This is Russell Paul, David Atkinson, Daniel Velicott, Dale Lube, Ben Miles, Chris Bleakley, all in this
oh
battle
my
for
God, look at
P2.
this. Let's see if the purple car goes up the inside, and he does. Ben's back down.
Oh,
a
nice
bit.
bit of...
Contact. Orlando's there too now, so the Vermilion car's getting involved.
Oh, that is
Let's see
brave
if,
going into turn 3, too wide. No, they've
That's
straightened it out.
Oof, that was very brave. Orlando in the background there too, just hanging on. And that looks like Sean Doyle too.
Sean Doyle's back there, so all the names, all in this massive battle for, let's face it, P8. This battle for P8, and there's sheep stations out there. None of them will give an inch. Points to play for. And while I've been talking about this, Sean Linsell has got himself a 1.9 second gap over Scotty Halves.
Yeah.
And then Fitzroy Beaumont is years away, but Matthew Brunt isn't going to give up too easy. Might jump on board with Matthew here, see if he's got the pace on him. What lap are we on? This is going to be lap 8. Let's get a lap with Brunt, see what he see if he can get a pass, mate.
There's a lap.
There's a lap and it was awesome. I couldn't say anything because it was just great to watch.
Yeah,
Oh, he's going to get him into turn 1 here.
Here goes Brunt up the inside. Oh, great move. JK Signs wing on the back.
I didn't realise
And,
Scotty Curtis Bird was so close to this battle.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, he's just lurking. He really is. Just the bird himself.
So that was
Sits back.
a race for position to P3 there. So let's put Matthew Brunt on the podium with 2 laps to go.
Yeah, it has. Oh my. having technical difficulties myself. um, the battles have just been amazing.
While we were watching that, Ben Miles and Sean Doyle were locking horns, I'm pretty sure. So this race 4, so Curtis Bird, let's just jump on board with him now. He's up there fighting Fitzroy Beaumont, Matthew Brunt and Bruce Keys. Oh, Bruce Keys is a while off, so he's got the amateur win in the bag there. Russell Paul is fighting here for P2 with David Atkinson, which is unbelievable. Good on him. Guy that's losing out, I think a bit of pressure's got to him. Ben Miles. He's
yeah, it looks like. Yeah.
We know he's quick. Watch out for him in the feature race in the 20 lapper, because he might be just playing a bit coy. So or he's a 1 lap dasher, but we'll find out. Sean Doyle. So the reason I mentioned Sean Doyle, because Donna Doyle's saying, "Come on, son." He's where did he start? He started P7, and he's made his way to P13. He's gone backwards. So he's got 1 more lap. He's gonna put it down the inside of Ben. Oh, he got the move done. Easy.
Yeah, that looked easy for Sean Doyle.
Maybe Ben's carrying a little bit of damage, possibly.
It could be. Yeah,
Or he's over-revved it, or he's lost a little bit of horsepower. Some ponies have left. So next person Ben's got to look out for is Lando Black.
Yeah, he's been very competitive this whole race. It looks like he's been on the cams all night at this point. He's yeah, he's just been there and fighting everyone. It's good to see.
So who we got? So we got 1 more lap after this one. Race is scheduled to finish in 2 minutes. Sean Linsell is now. Oh my God! I'm just looking at the timing screen. Sean Linsell, look at the gap. 4 seconds up the road. He's just cruising. He's cruising. Scotty Harves has got a 4-second gap on Fitz. So Matthew Brunt lost the position back to Fitzroy. We'll have to stay on board for the last lap, don't we? So we'll quickly go through. Oliver Patterson is out there by himself in the orange and black livery. He had a bit of a spin, I'm pretty sure, earlier, so he's just trying to claw his way back up. He started P10, P7. That's pretty good. Russell Paul's fighting for P2 here with David Atkinson behind him in the amateurs. Chris Bleakley is fighting for, I guess, P4 with Ben Miles behind Sean Doyle there. But look, it's all happening there, but I really want to go find out what's going to happen at the front here. So that's Fitzroy out front, Matthew Brunt in behind with Curtis Bird lurking in the amateurs, waiting for these guys to stuff up.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just sitting there. He knows he's not in the fight. These two are pros, and Kurt's the AM, so he's just sitting back and just kind of chilling. So he's doing well there.
Now watch this. Okay, this is where it's going to all happen. If he gets a good run out of here, turn 6, turn 7, yeah, he's sizing him up. He's sizing Fitzroy up here.
I was talking to Fitz before he did this race, and he said he's ready and he's angry and he wants something. He wants a win tonight.
He wants a win?
He wants a win, like a podium or just a win straight out. So I think I think that's what's brewed him up today. He said he's had a hard day and he wants to go racing. He wants to go hard racing. So
well, here we go. That's down to. Oh, is he going to go to the inside? He's giving him room. He's giving him room down there.
Let's see. Fitz just hard on the brakes.
Oh, he's giving him a bump.
He's going to keep going. Oh, 2 wheels.
Fitzroy. He's not going to. He might lose position to. Well, look at that. Curtis Bird. P4, mate. Well done. Well done, mate. That was awesome. He nearly got P3 there. What a race.
This is the cruiser himself.
Yeah. What a race. So let's go back down to what's happening here. So there you go. So this is the battle for P2. Oh, who's went wide? That was David Atkinson went so wide. He's got the run on the inside of him. Oh, it was so close between those two. That was, yeah, there was nothing in it. A B's something. That's Orlando Black across the finish line, and Steve Kokoschke is down a couple. I think he's down a lap actually. He got into. He started fourth, and we saw that massive shunt at the start. And he's finished. He's finished anyway for some points.
Yeah, just too aggressive too early. I think that's all you can nail it down to. He went for the move. Well done to him. It would have been interesting to see him and Sean go at it because it looked like Steve definitely had the pace here tonight.
So, just with that, we had Sean Linsell that won that one. Scotty Harves was about 4 seconds behind him for P2. Matthew Brunt just got Fitzroy at the end there. That was pretty cool. And now I've lost my timing screen. I can't. I know that Curtis Bird was first in the amateurs. I don't know who was second in the amateurs. Was it David Atkinson?
Russell.
Was it
I think
Russell?
it was
Russell.
Russell.
Then
right.
David Atkinson. So,
Yep.
Congratulations to those 6 drivers. Amelia Bird said, "Well done to Curtis." Yes, more birds to talk about. While we've got a second, we have, for anyone that's watching, we're going to put a retro round up around Oran Park, which is fitting because Oran Park is fairly retro. It's not even there anymore. I don't know how we're going to do our map for that round because it's not there on Google Maps. So we're going to be doing some giveaways. I thought I'd ping up some pictures of some retro cars just to get the juices flowing, so to speak. So
Yeah,
it looks like what's going to happen is on Oran, when we're racing around Oran Park, the people in the chat or the people watching or the people can go onto Facebook on the Vermilion Motorsports website on the Facebook page and then vote for the car they want. We're going to put up a whole heap of cars and the winner will get a prize. And also anyone that votes on it will also go into a giveaway prize as well, a random giveaway prize. So look out for that. It's going to be pretty cool. So
Yeah, it would definitely be cool. And yeah, look at these liveries, just beautiful.
Benny told me there's going to be a retro round, so I literally jumped onto Google, just typed in
Use
retro liveries,
Google,
please,
bro.
and there they are.
Yeah.
The rules of the retro round. I'll just go into our Discord. If anyone's not on the Discord, jump on there so you can have a read of what's been happening. I'll see if I can find the retro announcements.
And anything, go to our Facebook page at Vermilion Motorsports and you'll find everything.
So what Ben is after out of this, he's saying that round 10 is going to be a retro round, but he's saying there's prizes for the best retro styled livery, but he's saying it doesn't have to be a retro livery, an old school retro livery. It can just be something retro. So it's open to interpretation. So we should see some pretty gnarly looking liveries at Oran Park, yeah. And Oran Park by itself is a livery itself, so I really can't wait. So while we're talking about, let me get back into the. Geez, I'm on the pots and pans, not doing a very good job tonight. How many? We got 2 minutes left before we go racing. Oh, so Ben Nothling said he's keen for that. Let's jump into our calendar. So we've got Road Atlanta tonight with the first. So Oran Park has been moved to the 1st of April. So we're going to have a break between rounds because we're going to have a 86s with handlebar mustache, as Ben Nothling saying. That's pretty cool idea actually. So we're going to have. Do you know what? There's a 12-hour Sebring in between, what most of our drivers are going to be doing. So we've made room for that. We've also made Red Bull Ring the 15th of April because we've got Easter, long weekend. People won't be there to race. And then Mount Panorama has been moved to the 22nd of April. So still a long way ahead of us before we finish this championship. We've still got over a month of giveaways and a month of our retro round at Bathurst, Red Bull Ring. It's going to be amazing. So stick in for that.
Definitely stick in there. And I'm looking forward to these retro, the retro round because I think it brings out the, creativity.
Creativity, in the drivers. And
people.
We're gonna see. Oh well, hey, if you want Ben Nothling's vote, orange and black. That's all you got to go for. The brightest orange and the darkest blacks you can go, and he'll vote for you. Don't worry about that. And put a mustache on the front too. um, of the 86, and I think he'll have his vote. But speaking of the rounds coming up, so Oran Park Retro Round, Red Bull Ring is going to be the best race we're going to see of the season. I'm going to put it out there. Bathurst is always good, but Red Bull Ring is literally designed for an 86 to race around. It's flowing. It's fast. It's probably the fastest racetrack we're going to go to. That's going to be cool. And Bathurst going too wide up the mountain is going to be insane, and I don't know where I'm going to be looking. That's going to be a 2-hour enduro apparently, so I'm going to have to get some sleep, or I don't know, get some no-dos or something before I go into that one.
Yeah, I was
Okay, yeah, go on.
I was gonna say, it always feels like these races finish so quickly. You know, we talk in practice, and it's 30-minute practice, and we finish with that, and we get to qualifying. And the time we get racing, we're like, geez, it's been quick.
Speaking of, we're about to go racing for 22 laps around Road Atlanta, so this is going to be cool.
It's very cool. You know what I just thought of? This is like the Americans' Le Mans. You know, it's got everything. It's got the long straight. It's got hard too, hard track.
Super hard track. I wouldn't want to. I'd imagine someone here that's listening has raced there, so it'd be good to talk to someone that has. But on the sim, it is one of the best tracks. I really love jumping on there, and having a go. I normally don't finish any race I do here, but I do enjoy getting out there. So. Oh, that's a great shot. Let's see if I can get. Yeah, there we go. That's the guys on the getting ready to start. So this race should go for about 35 minutes. Ben hasn't given us any information about the fuel, so we'll just see. We'll just see when people go. I'm gonna get myself a pen and paper. So Sean Linsell last race, he just brained him. He just took off. So let's see if anyone's going to stay with him this time.
Yeah, more challenge him at the end of the day, isn't it? It's he's one of those drivers that just pull away and see you later.
What do you have, a 4-second gap? Matty Brunt's up closer this time for the start, so yeah, he's not going to let him get away.
Yeah, he definitely is.
So here we go. He's taken off. Yep, he's gone.
There he is. So he's gone, and we're going to see Matty Brunt actually smash Scotty halves before the turn one. Scotty's going to stay around the outside. Fitz is right there too. So let's see if Fitz can hold it around the inside with Matty Brunt.
Yeah, good start for everyone too. Good on him.
And Scotty Haas has actually backed out. Brunt's got it, and Fitz has got it too. So I
think the only one that's there's been no movement. Everyone's playing it very cool to start with. Watch out for
Oh, there goes Scotty Haas.
Oh, I just put the mockers on all of them. That was Scotty, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Scotty, and that's him out of the podium.
Long race with a pit stop with a safety car. So watch out for him to come back. Hang on. Speaking of safety car, have we gone yellow? I don't think so.
Oh, Steve's around. And
that's massive. We'll have a look at that one. So this is Steve Kokoschke up into, that's turn 7, on the outside of turn 7. That's Doyle in front of him. I think everyone's just checked up. Oh, he's trying to go to the inside. Oh, and that's the resident owl expert. Oh, and he's got absolutely cleaned up. Who was that? That's one of the bends and the only bends. Oh, not good.
See, he's got the... Oh, look at the damage he's got there.
That's massive damage, and he's got toe in, toe out, toe everything. Hard luck.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Crash in race 1 and a crash in race 2. So, yeah, that wouldn't be fun. He won't be enjoying
life right now. So, Steve. Oh yeah, who's that going at the front there? That's. No,
sorry, I'm just going to point out that Lando Black, Ben Miles, and David Atkinson have just went there for their pit stops. So
are they in the pits? Oh, the whole lot have gone into the pits. Well, they were
Yeah.
all involved. They were all involved in that a bit of damage there. So
Yeah.
they're okay. I'm going to make a note of that. So we got what lap was that? That's lap 2. Wow, there's no way you can get home on
Yeah.
lap 2 with 20 laps, unless Benny's made a calculation error with the fuel. So let's just go through. Sean Linsell has got a. Oh no, that's Matty Brunt on him.
It's definitely on him, and it's going to be like the battle from Sandown. Let's see if Brunt will just stay behind him. I think Brunt will just stay behind him and not really move. Also, Sean using more of the track there. Just seen an overhead camera of Matthew Brunt coming down the hill now. Fitz looks like he's kind of just
Fitz is
dropping
lurking.
off.
Yeah, I think he might be lurking. Could be saving.
Yeah.
More toes with
Yeah.
more variations of the foot fetishes. Yeah, thanks Ben Knopfling.
Over the hill.
Yeah, that's
On the
I love
right.
that turn 3. Oh, that's Sean got a lot of air going through there.
Yeah, Matthew Brunt also used a lot of curb there. It looked like Matthew Brunt actually caught up a lot there. Good 10th or 2, and it looks like Brunt's caught him again. Looks like Matty Brunt's actually better in that first section. Or does... Oh, I thought Brunt would go up the inside there.
If I were Brunt and I was racing against Sean Linsell, show him you mean business. Get down the inside of him, and have a go. There's no point following him for second, for the whole race. So the only person who's going to get a real benefit out of this is Fitzroy Beaumont, just sitting there, lurking behind, in the slipstream down here. It doesn't have to do too much. You can save a lot of fuel, and then all the way back, and then you've got nearly a 5-second gap back to the next guys already. And what are we, lap 3? Those guys up front are quick.
Yeah, definitely quick.
Now OP is Bruce Keys is going to get him on the inside.
He's just going to give him no room, and what a great move.
You can do the switchback here. Oh no, he's covered. Now that's really good. That's a really good pass by Bruce Keys.
And here
Didn't give him
comes
any
Mr.
room.
Bird himself.
Bird. Here he comes. No, going back to that
play.
pass from Bruce Keys, that was he got the move done, then shut the door. That was pretty good going. Move of the night, I reckon, for me so far.
Yeah, 100%. And
he's got no. They're going to go too wide into turn 3.
No, he's backed out of it. Keys is backed out of it.
I take it back. That was move of the night right there from OP. Let's see if there's another one.
So OP's up in P4 and Keys in P5. So these two are actually fighting for a position. And the guys behind him is Russell Paul and Kurt Bird, which are fighting for P1 and P2. So it's a good little packed little battle. And Keys is on the outside of him. Let's see if OP dives it up the inside just a bit more. And Keys is just going to run him on the outside. He got the move done. Wow.
He's got the move done, hasn't he? Yeah, okay, he got it at the inside. Sorry, I thought he was on the other side of the car.
Yeah, like Keys was at the outside of that corner. He wasn't up the inside.
So now OP's going to be open for the Whitey's Pies to come down. But he's got a run on him already. This is a great battle for P4.
They've got to keep in mind it's such a long race. You don't want to destroy the car or hurt the car.
Oh, who's going to go down?
They're going at it.
Is Curtis Bird going to go down the inside with him?
Yeah, no, he's backed out of it.
Well, this is great racing from this pack. And this is for P4.
Yeah, but the guys behind, Kurt Bird and Russell Paul, P1 and P2. Another curb cam. Look at that. Pull out the Race Labs curb cam. That was awesome.
That was really cool.
Out the inside, Kurt. No, he's going to leave it.
Might jump on board with Kurt here. He's off the track.
And Mr. Paul is went by.
So that's the man with 2 first names. And he's got the inside of Bruce Keys as well. The resident expert. Oh, he should have went for it.
And Sean Doyle's there too. Sean's right behind him. Too wide down the dips and the ups.
Oh, this is crazy.
And Sean Doyle's right there too. Sean Doyle's pushing the Bird. Oh, that was awesome. So the Bird just needs to get on this 2K straight and see what happens.
The
really.
guy that's really benefited from that was OP. He let those guys battle and got himself a 1.1 second gap before he got to the straight. So he should be fine now out there. And now the battle for P5 between Bruce Keys, Russell Paul, and Curtis Bird. They're on it.
Well,
so we got to go to the front because I know what's going on at the front here. Look at this. This is in.
Oh my god.
Yep, that's Sean Linsell. They had to cover Matthew Brunt. So Matthew Brunt has got pace, and he's not going to give this up.
Safety car.
Oh, they called a safety car, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't have time to come in. They didn't have time to come into the pits. Oh, that's because Steve Kokoschki, has he had a massive incident? That car doesn't look good. Anyway. So, OP, he's come in. So we got, that's at lap 5. Lap 5 OP.
The Bird is in, and Sean Doyle's in.
Sean Doyle's in as well.
But Paul hasn't jumped in. And
so the guys
I think I saw, Scotty Harves in and Christopher Blakely in. So
just remember that we saw we saw Ben Miles, David Atkinson, Orlando Black, and I think Ben Hambrook all come in earlier. So let's just oh, and they've come in again for a splash and dash. So that's Ben Miles. He was the first one to pit. He had to pit for damage, I'm pretty sure. So he's come in for a quick splash and dash now again. But who stayed out?
Everyone...
Oh, is that Orlando Black staying out? Orlando. Yep. We've had this chat, mate. When everyone goes in, maybe go in with them.
No, it's just going to keep rolling.
He's just going to keep rolling until he's out of gas. Yep.
To be fair, Fitz is out, which is his teammate, and I know they're on a call right now, so it could be the strategy.
Yeah, so, and oh, we've just had a glitch in the Matrix, I think. Yes, we have. Let's see if I can fix this up for everyone.
So is that the iRacing or is that the OBS?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm trying to clean up now. 1 sec. If anyone can hear me, oh, you can hear me, so it's not my. Here we go.
Oh.
Yep, we're coming back. We're coming back, baby. I'm sorry to everyone watching at the moment. We've got some technical difficulties. We'll get to the bottom of it right this second. I think it might. I might see if I can get some pictures up for everyone to look at while we're sorting this out. Might grab the retro round stuff up and going while I try and sort things out.
Oh, so just a bit of information while we're just looking at these beautiful cars.
Yeah.
Fitz Beaumont and Matty Brunt are in, so that means Kurt Bird is going to be really up there when everyone. Sean Doyle's, no, not Sean Doyle. Sean Linsell has stayed out. So, and Bruce Keys has, and Bird is right up there now. He's in the I'm going to say P3. So he's done really well there. That's so super unfortunate for Brunt and Fitz because I think they should have just stayed out at that point because Linsell has not went in. So
I'll just see if we're back up and running. I saw everyone come into the pits. Let's see if we got. So we're back on here, but I can't seem to find anyone on track. Well, sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm going to have to stop the stream and get it back on again. I'll put some images up while I fix this up. Yep, I'll put that retro round stuff back up again, and I'll fix it up now. You continue chatting, buddy.
Yeah.
Be my Phil while I sort this out. I apologise, everyone.
Too easy. And Tom Brown, the guy that it's not too safe in the safety car, which doesn't make a lick of sense. But he's in the safety car, Dr. Epoxy safety car. Bit of a mouthful when you say that. Not gonna lie. and Linsell right behind him, and Bruce Keys has done an absolutely amazing drive here in 3.
Hello.
Ben Faulkner, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Having some iRacing difficulties, but having a bit of a yarn. So,
While I've got you on the call here, can you tell us about the fuel? I saw a lot of guys jump in now. Can they get home on that fuel?
I don't think they'll be able to make it with the amount of fuel they just took. But that also wasn't the random safety car, so there'll be one more.
Oh, so what was that safety car? Was that with the Steve Kikoshi
Steve.
incident?
Yeah.
So I missed it. That's when everything went haywire. I went to look at what happened to him. So what happened to him coming into before that incident?
I think he just went wide and then hit the wall, and he broke his wheels were dislocated from the car, so they were just flopping around.
Okay.
He was just in some donuts, so I had to make sure he was.
So
safe,
whereabouts?
and he
What
wasn't
part of the
bumped.
track was that?
Turn 1, I believe it was.
Oh, turn 1. So he's gone
wow.
wide into
Yeah.
turn 1. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
You have to call the safety car for that. That's unsighted all the way
Leaders
up the
be
hill
coming
into
around
turn
too,
2 and
so.
3. Yep, fair enough. That lead, while I've got you here as well, it's all happening at the front there with Brunt and Sean Linsell.
Yeah, for sure. They just went
And
green now. So.
yeah,
Sorry-
I was just
sorry, I'm
about
watching.
to say, we just went green, and Sean Linsell has just, gapped Bruce Keys already. There's a bit of a gap there already. Bird in P3 now, so Mr. Birdman, he is gone. So he'll just follow behind Bruce Keys. Sean Doyle's up in a P4, so I'm sure Donna is over the moon with that one. He just needs to get a podium position at this point. Oh, and Doyle's just went a little bit wide, so that gives Bird a little bit of a opportunity to run away. And Orlando Black, the man that doesn't pit, it seems like, but he knows there's another safety car, so he's going to stay out, and that's a very smart idea. If the Vermilion guys have split up their strategy, so one's in and one's out. So yeah, smart from those guys. Orlando, not Orlando, Oliver Pattinson in P6. So yeah, not a bad little pack there. And Mr. Lubeman is in P8, and there's a little battle going on. Fitzroy Beaumont, and here we go. There's some pictures.
Are we
We're
back?
back
Are we
live.
back?
Yes, we're back.
Oh my gosh. I apologise to everyone that was watching. Let's get my timer screen back up here and let's get back into this race. What do we got? We got... I can't do my maths. We've got a lot of laps left.
So we're on lap 8 out of 22, so we've still got a bit to go there. But
Donna Doyle says, it would be good if I could see when you're talking about Sean.
Oh, I know.
Worse than having deaf air on radio. Thanks, Donna. Yeah, that was a weird. That was I don't know what that was. That was a really odd glitch we just had in the Matrix. So anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen again, especially for something like for Bathurst for the 2-hour enduro. So who am I on board with here? There's some on board with Fitzroy Beaumont. So who were you talking about? Let's jump on board with them.
Doyle and Mr. Sean Linsell, which he's saving up the front.
Oh, I've got. Here we go. The liveries are just starting to come back into now for us. All right, there we go.
And the Birdman right in front of him too.
So that's
Bird
so
is
Curtis
the Bird.
Bird is P3 overall right now.
Yeah.
Wow. With 13 laps to go.
I'll tell you what, this would be a good night at the office for Kurt Bird. He's already done the fuel stop. He's in P3. Like, seriously, if Fitz and Brunt did their pit stops early on, and they would be up there with more fuel than Linsell, so that would have been good.
There you go. Hey, I just had someone in the chat, Amelia Bird. Awesome progress for Kurt. Should we jump on board for a lap?
Oh.
Yeah, I think we should. We should give the fans what they want. So we'll jump on board with Curtis Bird for Amelia. Here you go. We'll shut up and let you enjoy it.
Enjoy the Birdman.
Man, that was
that was- yeah.
everything was going on, and I wanted to say so bad.
And the reason I say Birdman, he is absolute.
He was flying. Sean Doyle's just absolutely nailed him past that. You know, I was well, on board with him, right? And I can tell he's saving. Did you notice he has that foot on the clutch saving? So I just say, yeah. Well, listen out for it. I'll keep staying board with him. Ben Nothlane, thanks, mate. He's just going watch him spray it as I'm on board with him, trying to give the people what they want. Donna Dawes say maybe if I shout loud enough, you can hear me upstairs. Shane Patterson. Yes, I'll jump on with Patterson very shortly for you. Oh, no, that's because Curtis Bird is saving. I'm telling you, he's out there trying to win the race on fuel. So speaking of now, let's jump on board with OP. Oh, what was going on there? That's Chris Bleakley making progress. So Oliver Patterson, we're not allowed to call him Oliver Patterson, okay? All right, which we will not. The Sin Man, OP. Let's see what he's doing. He's out there by himself. Unfortunately, it's nothing really exciting going on here, Shane. But the livery looks awesome. Let's see if I can get a close up of it. Donna's saying he must have heard me for the pass. That pass Sean did on Curtis Bird for P3.
Yeah, he did really well there. Straight at the inside and went for it.
It was forceful. And like I said, I think Curtis Bird just got done by Chris Bleakley. I reckon he is really saving fuel.
Like
yeah,
crazy.
I saw his clutch was in coming down into turn 10. So, and that's why he's struggling to pull the car up. And we've mentioned in previous races, these cars are so hard. When you pull your foot off the clutch, they just lock the rears. So
yeah. Here's my thinking of having that racing brain. I wouldn't be fuel saving. The only reason I say that is because another safety car. That's number one. Number two is he's got more fuel than on this racetrack right now.
Yep.
And who's up the front? So even if they box, he's still going to come out in front of everyone. So he just needs to stay up that front.
I think you're right. Unless he's trying to go from that last safety car, save some fuel, enough fuel to not pit under the next safety car, and get himself in massive track position. But it's going to be a tough ask to get home.
Yeah,
so we'll see where he ends up, because Oliver Patterson is making massive gains on him right now. So who else we got? Yeah, that's a great shot going through there to turn 10 up to turn 11 into the turn 12
Rain crew are flying tonight, that's for sure.
That looks great. That orange and black livery looks awesome. Alright, so Matthew Brunt had to pit, and he ended up in P12. So why we had our glitch? Why we had our glitch? Did he was he one of the only ones that pitted?
Yeah, he pitted. Oh, I think something else has happened. The only reason I say that is Fitz is up in the P7 and Brunt is in P15, and they pitted at the exact same time. So I wonder if there's something.
Right. There's been an incident. I'm looking at the car. There's no damage on it.
I thought that was a track down the side there.
So Dale Lube is gone into the pits. He's putting new tyres on. Wow, he's going to be good for the rest of this race. Daniel Velicott is in
Handbrook's in the wall.
You're joking.
He just spun around.
Oh, look at the damage on the front of that car. Oh,
I saw that before with Sean Doyle. I reckon it's the same
not
thing.
a nice looking car. Let's see what's happened to him. So he's come through. Oh, he's just lost it. Looped it into the. Oh, that's a big hit. Great livery. Only Ben's Pagnian all over it. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Oh, I know what's happened. Yeah.
Oh, so you know what's happened? So fill our viewers in, please.
I've had a bit of an update, and it's not a good one. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, he got a penalty, did he? speed in the pits, maybe. Am I right? Am I right?
No. So, Sean's in obviously, but
he just missed the pits, by the way. Yep.
Russell Paul has got a 5-second penalty with car 143. There you go.
Which is which
Russell
is Matthew.
Paul's got a penalty. So
there you go.
So obviously he's fighting more. He's obviously in the amateurs. At best, he's P3. At best, because he needs to get Bird and Chris. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, he's got to get well in our just talking about our amateurs, because we got Chris Bleakley up in P3, followed closely by Curtis Bird. Then we got Russell Paul. He's in P3 in the amateurs, but he's got himself a 5-second time penalty. So Ben Miles might sneak himself up into the podium yet again. Oh, that's a big moment from the man with 2 first names.
Oh, safety car. There we go.
Oh, so they called a safety car, which, hey, that has saved Russell right there, because he was about to get absolutely swallowed up by Ben Miles. So we'll watch our leaders. So that's oh, there you go. Bruce has come in. Sean Doyle he's got it done too. Chris Bleakley stays out. Curtis Bird comes in. OP stays out. Fitzroy is a long way back. Will he go into the pits? No. Okay. Orlando Black in. Orlando Black, well, mate, Orlando Black, thank you for pitting. Well done.
I think that's actually smart from Orlando. He's missed the first one, but came in for the second one, so he's got enough fuel to go home, and he's only done 1 pit. So smart, very smart.
Well done, hey, he's done it. He's pitted under safety car. Well done. What's been happening in the chat while I've been? Donna's telling me I must have heard him. Yeah, it is a lot more spread out tonight, Ben. Although the timings don't really. Yeah, there's only about 1 second that separates the field. They're just finding themselves in battles that they don't really need to be into. The magnets on that L plate are incredible after that big shunt. So that's Orlando Black. He's come out in P10. That's going to be he's going to be in really good stead. So Chris Bleakley in our amateurs has stayed out.
Yeah.
When did he pit? Do you know when he pit?
I don't think he's pitted. I really don't think he's pitted. Let me have a quick look.
He must have pitted. Wasn't he one of our first ones to pit on? He pitted in on the second lap. Pretty sure he did.
No, I don't. No.
Unless he's playing the team game, but there is no teammate to play around with. So
I don't know when he's boxed. It's just all over the joint. I'm looking at his timing. Yeah, I don't know.
So okay, I'm a bit confused because that's not Ben Miles. He must be out of position. That's Ben Hambrook up there out of position. Okay then. I was going to say Ben Miles.
Oh no, Hambrook's up the front and Ben Miles is down the back.
Well, I've got him at P16.
Yeah, so Hambrook's up the front.
No, he could be, but I think he might be a lap down as well. He's a lap down. He's on lap 14 right now.
I used to.
Yeah, he's on lap 14.
Oh,
so
that's unfortunate. And he's going to get waved around.
Oh, he's got a wave around, does he?
Yep, and he's just going to.
So has Lube. Watch out, slippery when wet. Lube coming through.
What has happened there? I don't know what's happened there.
That's Dale Lube coming. Here you go.
Fitzroy Beaumont has just been removed from.
Yeah, he's been removed.
He's just been removed. Yeah, that's interesting.
I wonder
that might
what
have been
doing.
A misclick, maybe.
Possibly. Ben, if you're watching.
I feel like that's a miss.
Yeah, if Ben, if you're watching, jump in, let us know what's going on. He may have just DC'd, you never know. So, to all you guys watching, DC means you're disconnected. So, one more lap with the safety car, and then we're going to have a 7-lap absolute dash to the end. Let's go, Curtis. Bring it home, son. That's John Bird on the call there.
All the birds are here.
Yeah, all the birds are in town. Where is he? So he's in P7. He started P4. We know he's quick. This might be a massive moment for Cody Bird. Hopefully we get to talk to him after the race, and hopefully he shouts out to all the people watching too.
Yeah, I was gonna say all the birds are in town, and I love having a chat with Kurt. It's good. It's enjoyable. So
it's enjoyable. Yeah, he loves his whitey's pies. Hey, we'll have to get one.
Yeah,
we'll have to get them.
I know.
Yeah, we'll get them in here.
I don't know what's happening there. So I've been commentating their team for a very long time. I still haven't got a pie yet. I'm gutted. I'm the proper gutted. So
I've just sent a message out to Ben in race control just to ask him what has happened with our poor mate in Fitzroy Beaumont.
And he's just could have grabbed him there, but anyway, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's happened. I don't know if that's been a misclick or.
So yeah, Fitzroy's actually left the chat too. So we'll find all that about later. All the politics behind the race. So we'll find that out later tonight at 12 o'clock when we're all here with our eyes hanging out of our head talking about incidents. But it's this is what we come here to watch. Though this is what everyone here is here to do, is to win this. So so Donna's telling Sean Doyle to get his position back. Yeah, he did have P3 there for a while. I think by the looks of this, we got Russell Paul and Chris Bleakley a little bit out of a position. I think if they can make it home, hats off to them, and that'd be just massive because the guy that should be out front right now is Sean Linsell.
Sorry, mate. The person we want to see, Ben Faulkner. What's happened to Fitz?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to Tom and didn't even have my mouse. I literally had my mouse in my lap, and then it just said removed from the race. So not quite sure what happened there.
Oh, so we'll have to find that out.
Error, so.
An iRacing error. Well, I just had an iRacing glitch just previously. That's massive for Fitzroy. He will not be liking that.
We'll have to sort something out there because that's a pain.
Now I've just watching the safety car go around again.
Yeah. So there's 2 more drivers still catching up, and Fitz was possibly able to join back, but is unable to. So
there you go. I can see that the whole field right now is getting pretty antsy. Why we got Tom Brown out there, our sweet cheeks Tom Brown, our resident safety car, well, not so safety car driver. Let's check out this thing and listen to it. Might go to the. He's in control of the field. God, it sounds good, this car. Oh, it sounds great.
I haven't seen Mr. Tom Brown for a while. Well, what's he been up to, Mr.
Well, I saw him. I saw him last week at Sandown go straight into a fence, so he's probably been recovering after that. In the safety car.
That's true.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think he's just been busy with work and real life stuff, so he hasn't had a chance to get on too often.
Not good enough, Mr. Tom Brown, sweet cheeks. Get out here and give us some action.
He's been enjoying his dirt oval though.
Oh yeah, he's one of our dirt oval specialists out there, and as you can see, that makes sense because he's got this thing sideways pretty much all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say it's quite a funny thing when you think about dirt road or oval. Is us three know how to drive on road. You think, oh, dirt oval's easy. You just
it's a bit
sideways. Yeah, a bit slippery. Hold on, but it is a completely different animal. Gave it a shot. And it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. You're holding on for dear life and screaming at the same time. It's not fun.
Maybe next time we do a round where the points don't matter, maybe a bit of dirt might be in order. So Chris Bleakley's got so safety car's pulling away. Chris Bleakley's got the field. Oliver Patterson in behind him. Take no prisoners, son. Donna Doyle says to Sean Doyle. Now, poor Sean Doyle, he's got Sean Linsell directly behind him, and we know that in round 4 they had a massive 1-2 finish in Sean Doyle's favour. So let's see what these guys can do. I might stick on board. Oh, geez, it's a long pit, isn't it? It's a long straight, isn't it? So we're going to have 5 laps. We're going to have 5 absolute blinding laps. So
I don't think Chris is getting it home. I really don't.
Well, we had 3 laps under safety car. Why not? This could be just an absolute. He could have done it. He's probably the guy that booted out Fitzroy. Here we go.
He's gone.
And he's taken off, hasn't he? Yeah, he's got the lead, and he's. We might jump on board with him just for in a second to see if he is going to save. That's Curtis Bird.
There's Sean in the background there too.
And that's Ben Miles going for him. Keep on board with Ben Miles here because that's going to be the inside of Orlando. Orlando's gone really wide. Oh, and he's held onto it. He's held onto it.
How respectful was that? Great.
Oh no! Was that in the back? That was Scotty. That's Scotty Halves. Scott two halves.
Oh,
He's got no idea where he is.
Went from 100 to 0. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
So he started P2. He will not be making those positions back up. That's because commiseration, Scotty. Next week, oh no, next fortnight I'll see you. At the front, Chris Bleakley's got this. He's got this. Come on, Chris. You can do it. Oh, and that was Sean Linsell.
Yeah, Linsell was just in the background.
He's fighting Russell Paul. Let's watch this.
Yeah, this will be good to watch actually. So this is our AM leading driver.
Yep.
No, it's not.
No, it's not because Chris Bleakley's at the front and Russell Paul in second, and then Curtis Bird.
P2 and AM.
Yeah.
Sean Linsell. Let's have a look. I'm wondering. Big dive bomb on Russell.
Yeah, if Sean's going to do it, he has to do it soon. He's got 4 laps after this one to make it matter. Yeah, he's going for it.
Swerve up the inside.
Yeah, easy move made. Yeah, Sean.
Look at this. Sean is right on the back of Sean Doyle now with Oliver Pattinson. Oh, you would hate to be Oliver and Sean at this point.
Well, Sean Doyle has got him.
Yeah, he's got him. So the OP's going to have to stick around the outside. He should brake and just sneak back behind, and he hasn't.
Oh, is he going to sneak it up the inside? No, he's not. He's thought better of it. Oh, Sean Linsell.
I think this racing would really help OP because he's been doing a lot of V8 supercars. He actually does scops. So,
oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's a quick driver. So let's see what Linsell can do here. It looks like he's just having a look, seeing where his car's been positioned. You really can't see much. And it looks like OP's just got the.
Oh, that was Bruce Keys in the background. He's gone around. I'll have to get to that. I'm sorry, I'll have to get to that one. That's a big shunt. That was who was it? Bruce Keys.
OP's just ran wide and Sean Doyle's off the road.
Okay, I'll get back to that in a second. I'm just going to see what happened here to. Sean Doyle. Oh man, I'm going to have to do replays galore here. Oh, he's done it himself. Bruce Keys has done it himself. He'll be spitting. So who else did we have go around there? Don't tell me Sean Doyle. No, yeah, Sean Doyle wouldn't have done that to me. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what's happened to him. Oh, Donna, turn away now. Oh, hang on. We'll find it again. We'll find it. Oh, that's as far as I can go back. So he's just done it himself. He's turned it around, and he's kissed the wall.
Just from pure pressure from Linsell, just done it themselves. They both went off at the same time too. So Linsell P2 now.
All right, let's go back live because I can't be doing that forever. So Sean Doyle from what's happening at the front here? Because I'm just checking where Sean Doyle is. He's gone from P3 to P11, and I'm sure Donna has a lot to say about that. Okay.
I'll give you a bit of an update, but remember Russell Paul getting the 5-second penalty?
Yes.
Kurt Bird's right behind him.
Oh, there you go. So this is the amateur race. So look out at the front here. Chris Bleakley has got himself a 1.4 second gap with 2 laps to go. Oh, 3 laps. 2.5 laps to go. Sean Linsell is hot on him though, and he's going to put the pressure on with 2 laps. Russell Paul for the amateur win. Oh, this is awesome, guys. Looks like oh no, Steve Kokoschki is out on track.
Mr. Brunt behind Kurt. It is too. That is Mr. Brunt. Kurt's up the inside. Big dive bomb. He's done the swoop.
No, he
hasn't.
He might get him on the inside. He might switch it back. No, he hasn't.
Look at Brunt right there. Brunt is fighting for P2 at this point. So Brunt's in his own little race now. He's trying to get away from Oliver Black. No way. Oliver Black in P3.
Yeah, P3 because he pitted when he should have. Come on, Black.
Yeah. This will be a great result for him. He's just joined a new team, and this is what he wants for a result. He's been saying all week he wants to get better, and I think this is his moment to shine. But right now, we're going to have to say on Kurt Bird and Matthew Brunt, but Kurt just needs to focus on Russell. But he knows he's got a 5-second penalty, so he knows he's got P2.
Yeah. Oh well, that's going to be P3. Oh, you're talking about Curtis Bird? Yeah, he knows. If he knows about the penalty, though, he might not know about it.
It came out on chat, so yeah, he didn't know about it. Yeah, for sure.
So out front, Chris Bleakley is still holding on with 1 lap after this one to go, and Sean Doyle is hunting him down.
Sean knows that it doesn't need to do much. He's got the win on pro, so...
I don't think that's going to stop him, mate. I think Sean Linsell will want a P1 finish. Russell Paul, this is massive.
Oh, there's a flash to the headlights from Sean. I just saw that.
Yeah.
Linsell. Yeah.
So he's telling him to get out of the way. He's obviously telling him, this is not your race, mate. This is my race. Oh, is Matthew Brunt going to have a dive? He is. He's going to have a massive dive. And he's got him.
What a dive. That was the move. That was the move Brunt needed. Oh, I feel like... Oh, so Orlando's right there.
So yeah, Orlando Black is got onto the back. This is last lap. Lap 22 of 22.
Let's see what happens here. That's what Brunt needed. I thought Orlando was a bit further back. That's why Brunt made the move. That was very uncharacter-like Brunt to make that type of dive bomb, but... Yeah, he needs to run away from Orlando.
This is so crazy. Our top 6 are all our top 6 drivers. All the amateurs and all our pros. It's unbelievable.
So uppity, up. And down.
So Sean Doyle started 11th. Will probably finish 11th. I'm sorry about that. Ben Miles started 12th. He's going to finish probably 9th. He's pushing really hard to get Oliver Patterson here. He wants a bag full of points because we know he's been hunting. Matthew Brunt just got Russell Paul just then, before the straight. Chris Bleakley is still holding on to the lead.
Let's see what happens here. Let's see if Sean just makes a huge dive bomb.
No, he's covering. Chris will cover that left-hand side the whole way down here.
Yeah. But the issue is here now. Sean's actually got the better line.
Yep, 100%. And depends where he brakes. This could all be. He's gone a bit wide there. No, he's held onto it. This is going to be a massive result for Chris Bleakley. Well done, mate. Holding on. One more corner to go. And he's covered him off. I think there was some... Yeah, I think Curtis Bird, Russell Paul. There you go. Big win. So, oh, look at this in the background. That's Curtis Bird going back at a rate of knots. He's gone outside top 3.
Oh, that one's just got turned. Who was that?
Oh, hang on. Let's go... No, that's who was that? That was David Atkinson.
There was a crash between Curtis Bird and Russell, I think it was. Yeah, it was Russell.
Let's have a look. Oh no, that's them there. So they come down. Oh, he's just got tagged, and he's. Oh, I wonder if he lost, but he did lose his position to Russell Paul then. So he's probably going to be under investigation after that, because he was on. David Atkinson was on for P2 in the amateurs. So.
Oh. No, hang on. So David Atkinson's has actually got Russell because Russell's got the.
Oh, he's got the 5-second penalty. Of course.
Oh. That just.
What a race! What a race! So I'll just go over this. Chris Bleakley, one of our amateurs, has absolutely brained him. He's won the race. He's won the amateurs. Sean Linsell in second. Matthew Brunt third. And for the pros, that's Sean Linsell, Matthew Brunt, and Orlando Black's come through for P3. That's a massive result for him. Russell Paul has got a 5-second penalty, so I'm just looking now. That will put him back. That'll put him right back. That'll put him behind Curtis Bird. So I think it's going to go in the amateurs. Chris Bleakley, David Atkinson, and maybe Curtis Bird.
Hello.
How you doing? So can you give us an idea of... Because I've got a heap of people that want to come in here and have a chat. So I want to know who got what there.
So, I mean, pro's pretty obvious. It's Sean, Matty Brunt, and Orlando.
Yep.
And then for the amateurs, Chris took it out with David Atkinson and Curtis Bird rounding out the final.
Curtis Bird. Okay, well we'll throw these pros in now. I'll get Sean Linsell, Orlando Black, and who else was up the front there in the pros?
Orlando Black, Matthew Brunt,
and Matthew Brunt doesn't normally have a chat, but that's okay. I'll bring Sean Linsell and Orlando Black in. Give me one sec. Oh, gentlemen, what a race! I'll start with you, Sean. Did you think you were going to be fighting one of the amateurs at the end there?
Hell no. No, he held his own. That's changed to a pro.
Yeah, you reckon? Oh, well, there you go.
Pro.
Yeah, very VP, very pro. Well, he did a masterclass on fuel. He stayed out when we thought he couldn't make it. He obviously was saving. He was doing something to stay out there. So, although he got P1, you still got P1 in the pros, which is not surprising with your pace lately.
Oh, look, I was as long as I could stay in front of Matty, I was just happy to finish. Like, you know, race 1, there was a bit of misfortune for Steve, which, you know, I felt terrible about. But look, it's happened to every single one of us where we've been taken out by netcode.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was big. Yep.
Yeah, he did a massive lunge, which scared the poo out of me. I didn't think he was going to pull it up, and then I was kind of squeezed onto the grass, and I just closed my eyes, hope for the best. But then I just tried to manage. Like, it's so hard to break a draft this track, and look, I raced pretty hard tonight. Like, I'm sweating. It's like 30 degrees in my little sim room here, and
yeah, that's awesome.
Look, I'm happy to get, you know, to first and a second really, because old mate really held his own there. It's the old saying, if you had one more lap, you know, I may have got him. But he's a fast driver as well, so he's definitely an up and comer.
Thanks some sponsors, because I got a lot of people to get through here, man.
Yeah, mate, no dramas. Like, thank my team, ERT. Massive credit to those there. Brenton, is an absolute legend. I know he's racing around quite busy at the moment, so thanks to him, and thanks to Logitech, and so thanks to you guys for putting this on each and every week.
We can't help it, mate. We just can't help it. We just love doing it.
Look, there's worse addictions.
Yeah, there is. Matthew Brunt, mate, what a race. Eventful race.
Eventful? You got that right.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Brunt, mate, bit of a race. Racing with Sean there for a bit. It seemed like Sandown all over again. Take us through how it kind of felt.
Yeah, the second race, it sort of all started off really well, and sitting behind Sean, everything was good. I was a bit worried about Fitz trying to put a big gap between me and Sean again, but that's all right. But anyway, I went for the early pit knowing that we're going to have those safety cars, and I was on a really good strategy, and then got caught up in an accident, which made me have to go and pit again with a meatball. So that sort of put me back.
What did happen there? Because we actually didn't see it. Unfortunately, we were like, oh, Brunt's down the back. But what actually happened?
Yeah, I was second out lap after I pitted, and there was an incident in front, and car come back on the track, and I collected it a little bit, and then I got a meatball, so I had to go in and serve it.
Really unlucky. Well, so a good result overall, getting P2 after that plus everything else. Good result, man.
Yeah, it was. I didn't expect to get back through the field. I was sort of driving a little bit more aggressive in that second one, but anyway, it worked out, and yeah, congrats to the boys in front.
Definitely, mate. Well, you're one of the boys up the front now all the time, so well done.
Yeah, I would have liked to have a bit more of a crack at Sean, but anyway, next race.
There's always next race, mate. There's always next race.
Nah, thanks to the guys that are running it, and sponsors, Dr. Epoxy and Synergy. Thank you.
Why I've got Orlando Black in here, if he's going to have a chat, I hope he has a chat with us. Mate, we saw you pit, and we were clapping in the up here in commentary. We were absolutely ecstatic that you went into pit when we were like yelling at you too. So talk us through that race, because you were P nowhere, up the front, out the back, pitting in weird spots. Tell us about your race.
Okay, so it was quite an eventful one, because what happened towards the start is I think Steve Kikoshki, I think that's how you say his name. He had a spin or someone took him out, and he came across the track and basically collected me. So I had to go pit, get my car fixed. But once when I went into pit, it was only 1 or 2 laps in, but I decided to get some fuel as well. And well, I mean, really, Fitzroy just told me to, so I I took some fuel. And I mean, it really did work out because come round to the safety car, like I had just about enough fuel left. I had made up a few places from other people crashing, really. And I mean, I got to say, I'm really happy with how the race turned out, considering, gee, it must have been around lap 5 or so. I was down in like P16.
Yeah, you went right to the back of the grid, basically.
Yeah,
you were
that's right.
at the back.
I genuinely, I could not have asked for a better result. I mean, obviously, I could have asked to win, but that's a little unrealistic. But yeah, like it's fantastic. First podium. I'm really happy. It was a really weird one as well because, I mean, I think I finished 4th overall. So it's like I finished there, but it's like no, I actually got a podium.
Yeah, podium. Yep.
It's really, really cool.
Take them while they're there, and use this momentum into the last 3 rounds of the championship. So, which is all to play for, and you're one of the ones playing for a trophy as well. So,
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. Oh, everyone is. Everyone is. So yeah. Any sponsors you want to yell out to?
Not particularly, but I do have to give thanks to my team, Vermilion Motorsports, of course. They're a bunch of legends, really. I really love racing for them.
Ben's going to love that. Ben's going to absolutely love that comment. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, he just left. But...
Yeah, no, it's all right. We'll let him know what's going on. Thanks, Orlando, for the magic, and I'll get some of these amateurs in here. Thanks, Sean, as well.
Cheers, thank you.
Hold on, boys.
Thank you. See you later.
All right, let's get first of all Christopher Blakely, jump him in here, Curtis Bird, and who else did we have? David Atkinson, wasn't it? And David Atkinson as well. First of all, Chris, mate, where to start? That race was awesome. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, we're speechless too because we saw you come out of the pits. We saw you were in front. We goes, no way, because you were the one of the cars that stayed out. And I'm looking on my sheet here going, how's he going to make it to the end? So were you fuel saving? What were you doing? Or did that extended safety car help you get to the end?
Nah, mate. Got the A in front of me for a reason. I have no idea how to fuel save, especially now that they've taken the clutch out of this thing.
Yep.
So, yeah. I did the math before the race to how much I was using per lap. So I knew what I had to refuel to get to the end without safety cars.
Yep.
And then at that first safety car, it wasn't going to be enough, but I thought maybe the laps under the safety car will offset it. And then after that first safety car, he said, oh, we haven't done our random safety car yet. There'll be another safety car. And I'm just going, oh, it's going to be touch and go.
That's awesome.
And then I was surprised that all the guys around me boxed. I was just like, and then when the safety car's in front of me, I'm like, what's going on? Is it an extra few laps? I'm not looking.
Yeah, did I miss the memo there? Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, but it paid off, Chris. That was brilliant racing, and you held off Sean Linsell for those last 2 laps. May I say really well, like a pro, because coming down into turn 10 A and B, you held that inside line. You picked your lines. You knew where the overtaking options were, and you didn't give it to him. So, mate, awesome racing.
Yes, I was worried about Sean, and I was sort of one eye on the sort of the delta, and I was just. And for a few laps there, I'm like holding him at a second, and I'm just like, oh, he must have killed his tyres or something. There's something wrong, because he's definitely got pace on me. And to hold him at a second for a lap or 2, I was like, oh. And then he started chipping away, and I'm just like, oh no, here he comes. Here he comes.
But your lap times were, you were sticking in those low 136s. So he had to push really, really hard to make up that time, and yeah, you held out for the win, mate. That was a brilliant race. I'm so glad you're up the front there, because you've been chipping away at it for this whole season, and to get an actual race win, is well deserved.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, it was a blast.
Did you want to shout out to any of your sponsors and teammates?
Yeah, just MX Wraps, custom motocross graphics. Yeah, if you know anyone that rides or anyone watching, if you ride motocross bikes, go to them. They do heaps good custom graphics. Use the code 19 and you'll get 20% off as well. So get a bit of a discount. I ride bikes, my kids ride bikes, so yeah.
No, that's awesome, mate. I will be.
Great company to
I've
buy.
already taken advantage of that one last time you told me about it. So thank you very much. I'll have to move on to the other guys because we're sort of pressed for time. Curtis Bird, what did you finish in that one? Because it was all just up in the air. I think you were pipped by David Atkinson. I think you got P3.
Yeah, I must have been. I had a bit of a contact with Russell into the last chicane, so I thought I'd better redress that and sort of do the responsible thing. And anything that happened in between there and the finish line, I have no idea.
So yeah, we watched that incident between. I'll talk to David in a sec with him and Russell Paul. That was full on. But yeah, no, mate, good race. You were up the front for a lot of that. So yeah, just quickly take us through your race. Oh, and by the way, you've got a lot of people watching you on the stream.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It was a good one. I'm really happy with how the sprint race went because I saw Ben Miles breathing down my neck. The looming spectre of Ben Miles always behind me makes me nervous. And I saw him drop off my relative, and I thought, okay, that's all right. I'll just calm down, drive a bit more carefully. This circuit stresses me out. And got that done, set myself up for a pretty good second race. And then ultimately, Chris made the strategy call that I was too scared to make, and that flipped the race on its head for me. So
you were thinking about staying out as well?
Absolutely. I was on the fuel save too for a couple of laps there, and I thought I could make it. And then I just second guessed myself, where I shouldn't have. But that's all right. It's a lesson learned. It's not even the worst strategy call I've made this season.
Actually, on that, Connor, we were talking about that. We were saying we think Bird is saving fuel here because you're losing position to some guys after that second safety car. So, yeah, good call, man.
Yeah, I felt like I could make it if I just saved a bit of fuel. Unfortunately, didn't commit to it like I should have.
Yep. Shout out for your sponsors, your teammates, your friends and family that are watching as well.
Yeah, big shout out to the Whitey's Pies boys, no doubt in the chat as well. Big shout out to Ryko. Big shout out to my family in the chat watching tonight.
Yeah, excellent, mate. Hey, Connor, you got anything to ask him at all?
I was going to say, mate, the bird was flying tonight. That's all I'm going to say.
Felt the pace. Definitely got a big armful of pace with me.
You're not the only one that's found pace. There's a lot
of pace of Ben Miles.
There's a lot of people out in this track. A lot of people in this in the Vermilion Motorsport Sim Series that have found pace all at once. So it's everyone's just in this big cluster of racing, which is awesome to watch. Get us some Whitey's Pies, mate. We got to hook us up.
Copy that, we'll do.
I was going to say, mate. Yeah, I was going to say we're both sitting here going, bloody hell, we haven't got a pie yet.
Yeah, I could go a pie. Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, that's it. So,
getting on delivery.
I was going to say, mate, you kind of from the start of this night, really, you've just been on the pace, mate. But is it a good result for you tonight, or a bit of a I'll take it, move on?
It's another night full of what ifs. What if I made the right call? But pace felt great. This circuit stresses me out. Can't stand it. But that's entirely a skill issue and nothing wrong with the circuit. But there was pace there and it felt good.
At least we both don't like it, so that's a good thing.
Hey,
it's a good track.
David, I have to move on to David Atkinson. Well done, mate. P2 in the amateurs, mate. That's you've been lurking. You're another one that's finding pace because always underrated. We never get to you much on the stream, and here you are, P2 in the amateurs tonight.
I was a little bit lucky at the end there, and and I have to apologise to I think Oliver. I might have cut back across a little bit too much.
You didn't cut at all. Don't apologise, mate. That was just a racing incident, and it was just before the finish line. Actually, Russell Paul had a 5-second penalty, so whatever was going to happen there, you're always going to get that P2 finish. Yep.
But it was it was great fun race. I had a couple of I had to pit a couple of times to get repaired because I ran into two people that would spun in front of me, and I was and I was just really grateful that I could get back out there, and the safety cars, that really livens the action up when everything gets bunched up again. So
I was going to say, mate. Sorry, I was going to say, mate, we've kind of joked that you've been flying under the radar, and we're not kidding by that, because you started right down the back in P13, and you finished P9 in the first race, and then the second race you finished started P9 and finished P6, and just, mate, you come out of nowhere, get a great result, move on, and where did he come from? You know what I mean? And mate, your results are just getting better and better, and it's great to watch you.
So good racing with all of these, really experienced, and you can watch some lines and see what people are doing. It's the best way to improve, I reckon.
Do you reckon that's where you've improved as a driver in the 86, or do you mean just to knuckle down and just do some prac, or yeah?
I'd like to have hours and hours each day to practice, but I think good practice is quite important, and seeing what other people are doing and following people around instead of just being in racing against people in your same sort of skill levels at the normal sort of racing. These series are a great way for people like myself to really latch onto something else.
Yeah, to race the big boys, so to speak. Man, I just pulled up on the stream. I pulled up the amateur championships, right? So Thomas Byrne is leading the championship, but he wasn't here tonight. So David Milne wasn't here tonight either. So you and Christopher Bleakley and Ben Miles are just creeping up into that, going for the P2, P1 position here. So we talk about not getting enough practice in. I think you're going to have to make some time for practice for the next 3 rounds.
Yeah, most definitely. It just worries me. I haven't missed a round yet, so I've been getting little points here and there. It's when some of these guys that are missing rounds, when you drop those rounds, that'll probably flash it out a little bit more.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you're going to be P2 in the championship after this round. So you're going to be... Actually. Oh, he's going to be P1? Oh, there you go. Ben Faulkner's come in here. Because you got, that P13 finish and that P9 finish you just had there, has skyrocketed you up there. So, look, maybe get a few weeks off work, maybe take a holiday, do some sim racing. Let's see you at Bathurst fighting for that P1 in the championship.
Perfect.
100%. I was going to say, mate, thank all your sponsors, because, mate, I'm sure that drive doesn't come out of nowhere without sponsors. Who would you like to thank, mate, or people in general?
Well, I'd like to thank my family for giving me a couple of hours, here and there to do this, and look, I've got a little franchise, Battlefield franchise, so I'd like to thank all my staff for putting up with me, and let's go.
I love it. So maybe we might, we've noticed the battery livery on the side there, so that's obviously your business. So no, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next few rounds, mate, and we'll update the championship roster to show your name at the top.
Marvelous.
Thanks for having a chat, mate. Thanks for having a chat.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Well done, Dave.
Hey, Benny.
Yep,
good race. So, any other incidents? We saw that you gave a few people a 5-second time penalty. That was OP, I think.
I think Russell.
Oh, Russell Paul. Sorry, Russell Paul was given the penalty. Yep. So.
And then I think that's pretty much it. All the others were just either neck code or wheel to wheel banged together. So it was pretty. There wasn't too many penalties, just that one, I believe, off the top of my head. But it was a good race. Not too many incidents. Couple of safety cars, but other than that, it was good racing.
Yeah, and in a fortnight's time, we're going to be at Oran Park for the retro round. So that's going to be awesome. So everyone's going to get a bit of rest, a bit of practice for Oran Park in the next couple of weeks, and we might end it on that, shall we?
I reckon that's a good ending.
Yeah, it's a good ending 100%. For this one. Thanks to everyone that's watched. Thanks everyone having a chat. Thanks for all you guys that are now jumping back on to rewatch this. This wouldn't happen with all our people watching and the guys in the background. So have an excellent night. Thank you for spending your night with us on this Saturday night. I'm Aaron Obersteller. You've been here with Connor Nixon. Enjoy your night. See ya.
Bye.